Okay guys, so we're back with some more Chaos Zero Nightmare. Now, there were some things that were completely left out of the live stream that I wanted to talk about because I feel like these things are actually pretty important to some of the QOL changes that a lot of us have been asking for. So they give us a lot more detail on those things. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So it says the first rewards related to agent growth will be increased. Now, they did roughly talk about this in the live stream, but it says our goal is to make it easier for all protos to raise and experience a wider variety of characters by lowering the overall growth barrier. In this update, not only will event and content rewards be improved, but the amount of early game and daily rewards will also be increased. This is huge. And it says through comprehensive adjustment to achieve log rewards, more promotions and potential materials will be provided. For protos who have already claimed these rewards, additional amounts will be delivered retroactively via the in-game mail. So this is amazing. For those of us that are already at like 40 plus, we get a ton more that's going to be coming into our mailbox. It says, in addition, the policy system will be improved. Rather than selecting options based solely on numerical comparisons, protos will now encounter new policies that offer rewards such as crystals, promotion materials, potential materials, and research notes, which is important for developing the research center. Now, it says, furthermore, we're preparing an update that will expand the tentative name Chaos Shop and will increase the maximum level of the Chaos Matrix to 100, allowing players to earn greater rewards. I don't even know like what my current level is right now, but we'll see what that's going to entail. And we'll have a whole nother video where we talk about the details on that, but this is obviously a huge W. Now it says next, we would like to share details about improvements to save data guide. This is another thing that I just personally feel like was just too much RNG. It was too random, and you really didn't know what your end result was going to be. So it says, although save data system is one of the game's core features, the lack of in-game guidance has caused confusion and made progression difficult for many of our protos. With this update, we have made a storable save data easier to identify and added additional help information to make the system more intuitive and easy to understand. More detailed explanations will be provided in the upcoming patch notes. So we have to wait for that, at least to get the details to it, but at least they're letting us know that there are more save data QOL things that are going to be coming. It says we'll continue to improve the save data system by enhancing the tutorial and introducing various methods to help players understand it more easily. I would just say it's just making sure that all of those bugs are gone, because I know that there were a ton of bugs where people were able to farm lower levels and get crazy save datas, but like those of us doing like level 10 still aren't really getting the ones that we want. And I don't know if it's me, but I feel like the epiphanies don't seem to be procking nearly as much as the rare occurrences say they are, or or at least at that 40 to 50% percentile. So I'm hoping that we might see some changes with that. I don't know if that's just me though. But it says the cost of codex merging will also be reduced, which, yes, it is very, very expensive. It's about almost 100k at level 10. And I mean, if you farm a stage of units, it's 96k. So you basically for 1-to-1 basically for that, which I don't think is really worth the stamina. But it says we are grateful to see many of our protos are enjoying the zero system content, which, yes, we absolutely are, and the challenging higher levels of chaos through codex merging. However, we have identified that the high merge cost has prevented players from fully engaging in the system. With the upcoming update, the cost of merging codexes using units will be reduced by 20%, and to maximize inconvenience, all protos will receive units as daily mail rewards for 2 weeks following the update. Hey, I can't be mad at that, because at least they're trying to find some sort of solution to meet us halfway, to even compensate back some of those credits, because yeah, it was, like I said, really, really expensive. Now, I will say even just how we play through this mode is really important, like making sure that you're trying to go for completion than just failing, because that definitely will hurt you either way, because if you fail, then that basically is units lost. So just kind of think of it that way, and really only go for the ones that you have a little bit more certainty that you'll be able to clear. That's at least how I've been doing it, and I'm still going to continue to do it that way. Now it says, in addition, we're preparing to introduce a feature that grants one free merge per day. That's huge. So players can enjoy the content with less burden. We plan to apply this update as soon as possible. Now, the UI and UX of memory fragment system will be made more intuitive. To address the difficulty in identifying each fragment's corresponding parts, we plan to display part numbers directly on memory fragment icons. Additionally, we are preparing clear visual indicators to help distinguish between different sets. The equip, upgrade, and filter interfaces will also be refined, allowing you to more easily locate and manage your desired fragments. Obviously, stuff like this is just easy. The less hassle you can have when it comes down to navigation, and this is why like a lot of like people don't realize it, but like UI stuff and what the hubs look like and how you identify things is so important, because that actually is a big selling point. That familiarity to a player is really, really huge. So the more that you can, kind of streamline this, that definitely will make things a lot better for the player. Now, the affinity system, this is a pretty big one. So it says, next we would like to share our plans regarding the affinity system. We received feedback from many protos that achieving the target affinity level in the guide missions has been too challenging, which respectively so. It definitely feels a little rough in the beginning. If it wasn't for those food that they're giving in the mailbox, I don't know if that would have really been achievable as soon as we were able to do it, which kind of says a lot, right? So it says, in response, the affinity requirements for the growth guide missions will be significantly reduced in this update. Furthermore, the chance of obtaining gift items during excursions will be doubled, and the additional gift products will be added to the Traveler's Memory Hall shop. To help you acquire petty stickers for your combatants more quickly and customize your save data, the affinity requirement for unlocking stickers will be lowered to 7, which I think is nice. It says, looking ahead to December, we're preparing a messenger system where you'll be able to enjoy combatant special stories along with commemorative in-game events. And it says, we're also working on new features such as a preferred gift system designed to help you build even deeper bonds with combatants you like. So I'm kind of interested in how that's going to go. I'm assuming they're probably going to give us another background. Maybe this could lead to some form of like skins and stuff like that. I think that would actually be pretty cool. But we'll have to see. I mean, there's a lot of different things that they could do with this. And it does seem to also be yielding universal mats as well. So, hey, I will take that. Now, they're also preparing to add new features such as quick formation system and turn indicator within battles, which I think is huge, because I kind of can like get it now, but I think starting out is definitely a little bit more confusing. But it says, in addition, we're preparing a new permanent content mode, the tentative titled Purification Protocol, which will be available to all protos regardless of whether you're using normal or season save data. The details will be revealed through the Galactic News Network once we're ready to share more information. And we'll continue to address ongoing issues and bugs swiftly to ensure service stability. Furthermore, we're working to refine the translation quality and in-game localization so that the protos from all regions can enjoy more natural and immersive gameplay experience. And lastly, news about the Galactic Disaster Season 1 has already been shared via the video. So they're basically like, hey, check that out. And that's also why we got the 300 crystals in the mailbox. So my whole thing with this too, and I really think that like I want to see how this affects the game, because I know somebody's going to bring up stamina, like stamina cost, etc. They did say that they were buffing all of the resource drops and stuff like that. So if they do that, I think that could work. And then from there, we'll have to revisit the stamina. The one thing I will say that I think they still should be working on or do regardless is actually a stamina kind of like incubator or like kind of like carryover. So like if you don't log in for X amount of days, it will accumulate X amount of stamina for you, so you can kind of make up some of those days. So like say like 2 days at least, or a day, who cares, right? Just so that you don't have to be on the game every single day if you don't want to. I feel like that definitely would be something that the game must have. It's kind of almost become a standard in most gachas. So I think that would be pretty nice. But other than that, guys, that's basically everything that we have coming into the game. I'm actually pretty excited to see what they're going to be doing with Season 1. I'm extremely hyped. There's a ton of different QOL changes, content coming, new characters, and I'm assuming also as we get new portions to the updates, as we get like the new characters introduced and the new partners, they'll probably be announcing other QOL changes, more content, etc. throughout the season, because the seasons itself we're talking about what, 3-week intervals, was that like 9 weeks? So yeah, that's a lot of time and a lot of potential changes that we could see happening. I mean, that's almost 2 full months. So yeah, should be interesting. I mean, we'll go or actually, yeah, no, that is 2 full months, but yeah, we'll go from there and see how things are. Let me know how you guys feel. Are there some changes here that you were expecting or even more impressed with, or are there some things that you're still looking for? So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. But that's gonna be that. I'll catch you guys in the next one.